We tried something a little different in this video, so this video is a little late, and now you know why. But we're happy to hear feedback, so let us know what you think in the comments. Going into this, I believe we should preface with a little bit of our base game experience. So when we first played the base game, the daycare attendant was broken. He didn't pursue us, and I don't know about you, but I was still super terrified. The same thing happened again here, but on purpose, I think.
Where are you?
I'm in daycare. Is there a way out of here?
Get to the daycare theater. There's a way down to the catwalks. Should help you get to the raceway.
Yeah, the daycare part, like, it was set up with arguably two of the scariest things that were in, like, Security Breach. It had, well, first of all, just the daycare, so, you know, that, and the endos. And honestly, I think Steel did, like, a pretty good job so early on in this part, delivering that dread that they promised a bunch for Ruin to have, that Security Breach didn't have. But speaking of dread, that brings us to...
It's time for your nap. No light. I am trapped in a nap! Reboot! We need to be whole!
You want me to reboot you? With this?
Naughty! Lights on! Lights on! Turn generators on!
Despite not being pursued by Moon, I thought it was a threat, and being paired with puzzles and the inability to remove my mask, leaving me vulnerable to the mixes, or so I thought, made this part take me way too long. In hindsight, just like creepy Gregory and Helpy say, it's just solve some puzzles and turn on some generators. But they did nail Dread here. Also, I love this song, so I had to leave it in.
No crafts or treats to share. Nap time. The googly eyes just stare. Play, all its crumbled It's about time first. And no laughs. It won't work. Take your nap. No more sun.
Good. Now find the other generator.
Find it. Turn on the light. Hurt him. He hates it. Hates the light. Your attendant hates the light.
I know that's all kind of cheesy, you know, the whole like echoey ghost voice or whatever, but like it was just kind of cool. I enjoyed that, and it felt like I was like getting some sort of lore, and I could actually kind of decode it without having to go out of my way to change the audio.
There! You did it! Look! He's stuck! He's stuck! Go, go, go! Hurry! Go fix it! Use your fast wrench! Go!
Happy birthday! Warning, warning! Child in danger! Safety mode active. Little girl, you can't be in here. It's dangerous. I need to clean up before we can open in the morning. Oh, this place will be flooded with kids. Come back soon and have a fast-horrific day. Thank you.
Then we reboot the daycare attendant, which feels a lot like giving Sun total control over Moon to me, and then Eclipse is made whole, whatever that means. Of course, if it weren't foreboding enough to see the endos all over the daycare, when you get out, they are everywhere, and now some of them are threats. This was yet another recipe for disaster for me, as it meant running around like a chicken with my head cut off, just trying to deactivate nodes.
I bet the doors are open now.
This took way too long, but as you can see, I got there. Euphoria.
Look! What is that? It's a camera station. Yes, it is. Look at it.
It's Gregory. Hey! She's wearing my mask.
hands down, gotta be one of the greatest visuals in this entire game.
Oh yeah, this feels like Disney quality 3D graphics.
This is what I want 3D movies at the theaters to be.
This is like A Bug's Life in Disney World. When things come out of the screen.
Except, you know, like, more terrifying.
If this is
but
what the
also so
FNaF
cool.
movie's like.
If this is what the FNaF movie's like.
And here I am figuring out that this really does make everything look so nice for you when you put the mask on.
Fazbear Entertainment probably wants you to keep it on all the time, that's why.
But why though?
To control your brain.
To control your brain.
But that's just a theory.
Getting past the endos gave us a chance to explore. Maybe we did a little too much. I really wanted to play this arcade cabinet even though it's clearly broken. But I'm like, what are these little purple speckles? Is it Purple Guy?
Or is it Phone Guy?
Is it the souls of the dead children? But no joke, a lot of the like spectral effects in this game do actually remind me of FNaF AR, one who shall not be named. But like all the little remnant bubbles and things like that.
I wonder if that is like the Vanny mask works kind of similarly to how your phone does in AR.
Lets you see the remnant around you.
I mean, they do augment reality.
I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, this was really friggin' cool. And that's another thing where it's totally got to be just a nod to the game, right? Right, it's just a nod.
It's just a nod, right?
It's
It's not super important, right?
It's not super important lore that the ceiling changes in that one room alone.
I don't know, man. But it's I think it's interesting that it appears to be Eclipse, like, specifically.
Yeah.
Not just, like...
Sun or moon.
Yeah. And I believe that's the face you actually see when you play the game enough, though you can't play it here.
In Security Breach, right?
Yeah, in just, like, base game.
Yeah.
But first, some sick whiteboard lore.
Her fear is so genuine there.
I mean, you'd be pretty scared if you jumped into the mouth of a giant endo and just ended up stuck in his gullet.
I would be. Yeah.
I really wonder what the heck you climb into there, because there's nothing there on the stage.
You could just, like, somehow phase through the stage.
Into some random vent that just happens to be there.
Yeah. I wonder if these are supposed to be air vents or, like... I don't know, there's garbage in there.
I mean, where isn't there garbage in this game?
Where isn't there garbage in Fazbear Entertainment?
Really hope it's...
Speaking of Fazbear Entertainment...
I'm really glad you didn't say speaking of garbage.
No!
Monty...
I like Monty.
He's got a lot to unpack.
Yeah.
I mean, he got gypped the most. Poor guy.
At this point, I was really believing this whole redemption arc story that they've got depicted here. I still really want to believe it in my heart of hearts. I want Monty to have just been handed the guitar and Bonnie to have gracefully stepped down. I don't know the truth of the story. However, I don't hate Monty. I feel like he's gotten a lot of hate, and it's sad.
There's no more track! I gotta get off this thing! It's not stopping!
This girl is made of steel. Robot child? Robot child?
You got to it faster than I did.
Cassie, where are you?
Gregory, I made it to Catwalks. You said I could get to the raceway from here?
Hold on. The schematics say there's a way to redirect the gondolas to the maintenance room. Deactivate the security node, then use the track controller.
Gregory, you there? Of course not. So, security node and tracking controller. Whatever that is.
So once Cassie leaps onto the catwalks, the next puzzle begins. Seems fairly simple, but this area was home to the first graceful death of our run. So the basics go like this. You have to find these guns to open up new areas of the catwalks for you to explore.
Ugh, I'm gonna puke. How did I get over here?
You said it, Cassie. Don't you patronize me. Then you can find 4 child nodes.
The security system won't let you leave unless you deactivate the child nodes first.
We get this sick cutscene.
Don't be scared. You're going the right way.
What happened to it?
Yeah, with my help. I updated help you with the signal jammer. That rabbit thing won't bother you anymore.
Thank you, Steel Wool. Let's just say this took me forever. And just when I thought it was done, we solved the puzzle, breathed a sigh of relief, and hopped onto that gondola to finally leave Gator Gulf.
You did great. You're getting closer.
How do you know? How are you doing any of this?
I'll explain it all when you get here. That thing is here again. I gotta hide. Save me, Cassie. Please.
Now, all that was left to do was explore the gondola repair bay, climb a set of stairs, and then solve some more puzzles. If you think that this is getting repetitive, it was. But we pushed on for that sweet, sweet lore.
Right. Here's one of the parts where we get the honor of seeing the Pizzaplex's finest contents. Just a bunch of fucking garbage. But it doesn't all really look a lot like garbage. I mean, there are some parts where, yeah, obviously there's a bunch of bags of garbage. But some parts, like here, there's storage and, like, moving boxes, and it makes it kind of look like someone was trying to pack up anything that looked kind of valuable, like magic time traveling ball pit balls.
Chica?
Once we powered on the conveyor belt, there was nothing left to do but to take it for a ride and fall into Chapter 4. We'll see you then.